My colleague Mausami tracks the Congress party for us. Mausami, I see the Congress has been fairly quick to, in fact, put out a reaction talking about the fact that this is, political intimidation in that sense. Politically motivated prosecution is what they say. But at the end of the day, this is a technical matter that the court has taken note of. The ED is going to continue with the investigation. So will the police, is what is now being said. The court has, of course, given relief on the basis of technicalities. It's not so much about the merits of the case, isn't it?
So clearly, this was a political matter, and if you remember that the Congress had taken to the streets when the summons were issued by the ED. Priyanka Gandhi herself had slammed the ED and the investigation agencies, saying that they've never summoned her. So it was Sneha, very much a matter of political slugfest between the BJP and the Congress is seeing this as a huge victory of truth. Already lots of leaders putting it out that this is actually Satya ki Jeet, where the stand of the Congress party and its leadership stands vindicated, as they were a part of the entire political slugfest.
Right, it's this political slugfest that in that sense continues, but we've already heard from our sources within the Enforcement Directorate, Mausami, who have gone on to say that this really is a watertight case and the clear-cut money laundering. The Congress, of course, claims otherwise.
Sneha, if you remember that even during rallies, Rahul Gandhi had said that the ED had no questions to ask him. All that they did was keep repeating questions and make him sit for hours at length. They even summoned Sonia Gandhi. He had also said that they would get phone calls from the leadership directing them to make Rahul Gandhi sit longer, and ED didn't have much to do with it. So perhaps, as far as the political jargon is concerned, the Congress will be taking this matter right to the ground level, to the ground and, to the streets, saying that, here is one matter where the top leadership, Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, were targeted, and despite all the wherewithal that the government had, as they say that the ED was acting at the behest of the government, they weren't able to do much. It remains to be seen how the ED, in fact, takes this matter forward.
Right. This is what Congress is now saying at this point in time, saying that there is no case of money laundering, no proceeds of crime, and no movement of property. All of this is a baseless charges, says the Congress has been a part of a political witch hunt. To tell our viewers, Srishti, that this really isn't a clean sheet in that sense for the Gandhis today, isn't it? It's more about technicalities. Srishti, explain this for us. Srishti. Right, I'll just connect with Srishti in a moment from now. We'll just try and fix the line with Srishti Ojha, getting in those developments from court. It's a brief relief, though, for the Gandhis today. However, they've gone on to talk about the fact that proceedings of the ED against the Congress leadership, against the Gandhis in the young Indian case, have been found illegal and malafide by the Honorable Court. That's what the Congress now has said. There is no FIR and that there is no case, is what the court essentially is saying. The court has ruled that the ED case is without jurisdiction. It has no FIR, without which there is no case. This is politically motivated prosecution by the Modi government over the last decade of the principal opposition party. Stands exposed, the Congress says, before the people of India. No case of money laundering, no proceeds of crime, no movement of property, all based as charges that have been a part of political witch hunt, says the Congress. This is propaganda, reputation assassination, and a campaign that stands defeated today. The Congress party and our leadership, the Congress says, are committed to fighting for truth and for rights of every Indian, says the Congress party. We can't be intimidated. We're telling our viewers about the developments vis-a-vis the National Herald case in court today. Also about ED sources saying that the case is all about money laundering. It's a clear-cut case. Investigations will continue, though there has been temporary relief for the Gandhis, with the court now indicating that there is no FIR and can't take cognizance of the charge sheet that has been filed by the court. Prosecution not maintainable. What does this mean as far as the case is concerned, as far as the investigations in the National Herald case is concerned? We'll go back to our reporters Srishti Ojha, Mausami Singh and Munish Pandey getting in more on that. I'm also now going to go straight to Anisha Mathur, who tracks the courts for us. Anisha, apologize for that. If you could take us through the details of what exactly the court has said and the bearing this has on the investigations.
Well, Sneha, the special court at Rouse Avenue has refused to take cognizance in the proceedings that have arisen in the National Herald case, in the ED case. Remember, what has been said is specifically that the ED probe is based on a private complaint and not on any FIR. Because remember, this entire case is based on a complaint that had been filed by Subramanian Swamy in 2014, and the magistrate had issued summoning orders on the basis of his complaint. Now, the court has said that since it is based on a private complaint and not on any FIR, there is no predicate offence in existence for the Enforcement Directorate to investigate in that matter. However, we also need to remember that the court at the same time has said that the EOW FIR that had been registered in this case much after the ED investigation had started and much after the ECIR had been filed, the court has said that while the ED's case stems from a private complaint and there cannot be any cognizance of that charge sheet, it has in fact allowed the ED to continue investigation on the basis of the EOW FIR. In fact, what can be said to be a question mark for Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi is that the court has said that they are not entitled to get a copy of the EOW FIR at this stage. They will look at this issue at a later stage, but for now, the court has allowed the investigation to continue. But the big relief for the Gandhis is that the ED investigation, the ED charge sheet, that the court has said we cannot take in cognizance of this. This is based on just a private person's complaint. Remember, the ED the PMLA proceedings by law have to start when there is a predicate offence. There has to be some offence, there has to be some crime on the basis of which the proceeds of crime are created, and the proceeds of crime are laundered, which is the investigation that the ED conducts. The court very clearly saying there is no proceeds of crime because there is no predicate offence at the moment. But we've also seen this statement coming in from the Enforcement Directorate after this judgment has come, where they have said that the investigation will continue. They've said that the court has given this order on the technical ground of predicate offence, not commented on the merits of that case. So now we'll have to see what happens next, because the Congress, of course, is welcoming this order. The Congress is saying that this was a political allegation and they have now been exonerated. Remember, the court has specifically said that the investigation by the ED and the prosecution complaint for money laundering is not maintainable at all because there is no FIR in any predicate offence. The proceedings of money laundering under PMLA are not maintainable on a private person's complaint, and therefore the complaint is impermissible. What the ED is now saying is that because the court is simply saying that the private person's complaint is not allowed and there was no FIR and the ED started investigation, that does not mean that the allegations themselves cannot be investigated. So while there is a big relief from the court today for the Gandhis, as the court refuses to take cognizance of this charge sheet, the ED's further investigation and what the EOW is going to do in the FIR that it has finally registered. But again, I will remind our viewers, the EOW FIR was registered after and much after the ED investigation had begun. We have to see how this plays out now because, as the Congress has been claiming, this is a political issue and a very big one. That's clear.
Absolutely. But the big question is, what is the ED really going to do next?